One. Okay, I think we are okay. We are go. What's up? What's up, guys? Can you all hear me? Hi, Sushri. Hello, Beth. Hi, Ruma. Hi, Shailendra. What's up, everybody? Hi, Saurav. All right. So, what is this session all about? Why are we doing this now? मन की बात सुराना सर के साथ. All right. This is going to be a little less of मन की बात, more of IIM ABC के मन की बात. In fact, आप लोगों के मन की बात. All right, let's go. चालू करते हैं. Let's start talking. How was everybody doing? Hi, Shraddha. Hi, Ankit. Hello, Anshu. Hi, Mukund. Chalo, so let's get this thing started. My voice is repeating, is it? Audio repeat हो रहा है क्या? सही है ना? चलो, okay. So I am A, I am B, I am C. If these B schools have been your dream. My voice is nice, huh, Mukundan? Thank you, buddy. Saurav, for sure, man, without a doubt. Hi, Sanmitra. Sanmitra, so yeah, the idea is that, yeah. पहले बताओ इन तीनों में से आपका क्या, what's your first priority? A, B, C ये order है, B, A, C order है, C, B, A. What's your aim? Which would you give the first priority to? IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, or Kolkata? Not eligible for any. Shailendra, why, buddy? Why? Gem with 7.7. All right, Sanmitra. First Bangalore, then Ahmedabad, and then Kolkata. Okay, horrible Akadia. Alphabetical order is your preference. Nice. See ya. There are a few topics जो quite specific to ZAT है, जो CAT में नहीं आते हैं. तो for that we'll have to figure something out, है ना? Abhishek, yeah, I've already told that to the team. Chalo. Gap in my second and final year, someone told me I would be exempted from placement in B school. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this might be a problem for you, buddy. A gap year might be a trouble for you, but it also it's just not that, and just because you had a gap, uske karan you will not be allowed to sit in your placements. ऐसा नहीं है. But what's important is, along with the gap, have you done anything to cope with it, है ना? Yeah, अगर आप कुछ कर लिए already to cope with it, then that's pretty important as well. So I think you should start focusing on that too, है ना? चलो, all right. So okay, guys on YouTube, जो अभी YouTube पे हैं, अभिषेक, सनमित्रा, सिया, अंकित, आ जाओ यार, गूगल मीट पे ही आ जाओ. जूम पे हैं हम लोग, जूम पे आ जाओ. वेबिनार का लिंक पिन किया हुआ है, प्लीज ज्वाइन करके आ जाओ. चलो, let's start then. Yeah, so what it takes to get there. Yeah, A, B, C, one of the top prestigious B schools in our country, comes in the top 40 around the world. Yeah, let's talk about what it takes to get there. Let's do a quick understanding of this, and then I'll take some questions. Works? Yeah. चलो चालू करते हैं. So what we normally know, what we think is cat is the end game. Once you score really well in cat, then you don't have to do anything. They'll come knocking on your doors, requesting you to please join. Mails पे mails करेंगे, आपको spam कर देंगे, दिन का 3-4 बार फोन करेंगे कि प्लीज आ जाओ, आपको हमारी जरूरत है. नहीं नहीं, हमें आपकी जरूरत है. That's not true though, right? Because cat is just step one. CAT is literally just the first step of getting into these top B schools. What happens after you're done with CAT? And CAT में भी क्या matter करता है, क्या नहीं matter करता है? We'll talk about each of these, yeah. Without experience, बात करते हैं ना सिया, आ जाओ. Join कर लो, Zoom में join कर लो, आराम से बैठ के बात करते हैं, yeah. So with CAT also, what really matters is not just your overall percentile. सिर्फ आपका overall percentile matter नहीं करता है. What also matters is your sectional cutoff, right? आपके sectional scores क्या है? Yes, Abhishek, in the making, buddy, in the making. Yeah. Minimum sectional cutoff. This is something again that you have to work on. You have to make sure that you clear that off. Now, different B schools have different minimum sectional cutoff. Yeah. Normally, जो officially बताते हैं, जो official आपका sectional cutoff होता है, that's a little different from what the reality. Yeah. कि clearing cutoff is one thing. Cutoff को clear करना एक चीज है, but then being on the top of that also matters here. Yes. So that's second step, minimum cutoff of your each of the 3 sections. Then you are put into the application rating. Yes, आपने जो application भरा है आपका plus आपका CAT का score मिलाकर what exactly is your AR. AR is your application rating. आपके application rating का total क्या आता है, उसके basis पे जहां पे your CAT का score plus what matters are your 10th का score, your 12th का score, your UG का score. Yeah, your 10th, your 12th, your UG. These 3 are also important. Now I know most of it is in the past. जो लोग अभी final year में भी हैं, they also can't do much about how their first few years of UG has gone as, right? वो वहां पर you can't change. Beyond this, what other factors? Never understood the logic behind this. Sort of the biggest problem is population. Biggest problem is that too many people for very few seats. Yes. That being said, they need some or the other filter. Now they've definitely kept a test like CAT, but the problem with CAT is it does not really test your application. Yes, मतलब एक बंदा जो, let's say a particular question, a person who's actually solved it and answered A, and the other guy who's not solved it and तुक्का मार के A किया है, both of them will have a similar standing, at least for that question. Yeah. So their way of again filtering further filtering students, further filtering aspirants, applicants who've applied for this, that has to be done. Yeah, at least in a country like ours. In fact, a lot of countries have to do this because the number of seats will always be way less than the number of applicants, right? So yeah, कोई बात नहीं है सिया, no issues at all. ठीक है. Now what beyond this, इसके बाद क्या? Instead apply a cap on number of attempts. Yeah, Saurabh, what we need to understand here is these entrance exams are a money minting machine for them. I hope you're understanding this, right? A money minting machine for them. Last year, around 3.5 lakh people applied for CAT, but the number of people who actually gave the test way less. The number of people who actually gave the test seriously further less. The number of people who gave the test and that test actually helped them grab anything, get anything, drastically less. Yeah. So for example, agar aap, if you look at just one B school, 100, 120, 150 unke seats hain. Yeah. Of that 150, I mean, if you can do the calculation, yeah, multitudes. That is one thing. And number two, the problem with not keeping a cap on number of attempts in a test like CAT is there's no specific age at which you can do an MBA. Yeah, I mean, there's a lower limit, but there's no upper limit. So there will be people who are much older than you in the same batch as you are. So a fresher and someone with, let's say, 4 years of experience, both of you might be sharing the same desk. Yeah, you guys might be roomies in your dorm. Yeah, so that's the thing, right? That's one thing. Number two is keeping the limit on number of attempts is just going to make it a little too serious of a test. And trust me when I say this, a lot of people give it as an additional shot कि चलो करके देखते हैं ना, मेरा बगल वाला कर रहा है तो मेरे को भी ट्राई करना चाहिए. Especially people who are engineers, who are not technically, they are not bound to move towards MBA, but then engineers, when they are out of options, they end up doing an MBA. Yeah. So just some of the examples. Yeah. Chalo, let's get on with this. Why don't they publish composite score cutoff for each category for PI and GD call? Ankit. Yeah. There are a lot of why don't they and very little of them actually doing it. So we need to understand that at the end of the day, it's all at their discretion, right? Despite you having really good scores, they might find some reason to, something might feel off about you during the PI and they might not give you a call, right? So there's a lot of things that play around here. Just it's not black and white. I hope you understand this. Hai na? It's really not just black and white. Okay. So chalo, where were we? Okay, let's see a couple of questions. Can I go to college by showing provisional certificate? For what, Ayush? Abhishek, yeah, I mean, decent scores hain. Acads are pretty. That is a test that is accepted in around 300, 400, 500 B schools in the country, which includes a lot of tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 tier 3 B schools as well. Yeah. GMAT, however, is accepted by a select few B schools, and those also have a limit on that. Yes. So GMAT would be your preference if you're planning on doing an MBA abroad. Yeah. And a lot of B schools abroad also accept other tests like GRE, and some of them have their own entrance exams as well. But most of them accept GMAT. So first you have to decide whether you're planning on doing something in the country or outside of it. That's going to make a big difference. Okay. IIMs and FMS both are. Acha, another thing with GMAT is not a rank based test. Okay. CAT is, yes. However, GMAT mein, if you have 700 plus, you're in good books. Yeah, 720, you're golden. But with the CAT, it's the percentile, the rank matters there. Yeah, there are other few things also. IIMs and FMS both are public institutes, but why there's a difference in fees, whereas the placement packages are almost similar. It's all about the kind of affiliation these B schools have and the kind of trust they are run by. Yeah. So it's just that FMS is loaded on the trust side, but IIMs are not really. Yeah. Okay, a lot of questions, a lot of questions. I'm going to ask you to stop posting questions now, guys. तो थोड़ा आगे बढ़ते फिर धीरे धीरे वापस questions पे आते हैं. Yeah. Sir, can I go to college by showing provisional certificate because my session is going a little bit late? I don't understand, Ayush, what college you're talking about, but are you talking about your UG, your PG, your MBA? Unless and until you're a graduate, unless and until you have your, completion certificate, if not your degree, because degree ka, graduation, they might do it little later and provide you the degree then, but at least they should have you with the degree completion certificate. Yeah. Can you also talk about the PGDBA course? Yeah, Sanmitra, the business analytics course you're talking about. Let's do one thing. Let's keep that for some other day because we'll have to jump in detail about that. Yeah. uh, you can, Aman, you can reach out to us on Telegram better. Chalo, okay, let's get into this further. Okay, so your 10th, your 12th, your UG, that's your academics. Beyond this, you get brownie points for WorkX. Yes. Now WorkX का क्या scene है? What's up with WorkX? Something that you need to be very clear about. Yeah. At least so far, up tak CAT has not accepted. Yeah, especially none of the IIMs have accepted anything apart from proper full-time jobs as work experience. Yeah. Any side gigs, any startups, anything that you've done during your college while your UG is going on, अगर आपने कुछ भी करा है, that doesn't matter at all. Yeah. It will only matter after your UG. And that too if you've done some legit stuff. So somebody just said, कहाँ गया भाई? अच्छा, वो chat ही हटा दिया क्या? Somebody just texted me saying, sir, fake experience letter बता सकते हैं क्या? Yeah, if I were you, I would not do that, beta. Yeah, don't do that because there will be a proper background check being done. And if for some reason, if they even find you a little bit suspicious, and it's not just, it's not just that you send them, you give them a number and they give that number a call and आप अपने भाई का, अपने दोस्त का number दे दें, and then they'll be like, हाँ ये बंदा तो मेरे पास काम करता था, very hard working candidate. Yeah, that's not going to work here because they'll do a background. Yeah, so I strongly recommend against doing that. And the worst thing you need is getting blacklisted, so please don't do it. Okay. I'm going to take up a few questions a little while later, guys, if you don't mind. Okay. Yeah, Yash, I see your hand raised, but I'll take up questions a little while later. Let me finish what I've brought for you and then we'll talk about it in detail. Yeah. So apart from WorkX, the other thing that fetches you some bonus points are gender diversity and academic diversity as well. Now, trust me on this, gender diversity, you don't have much say in it. Yes. If you are a non-male candidate, then you have some brownie points there. Just because of the diversity criteria that these B schools have. Okay. And some of them go a little overboard also with these criterias, but I mean, it is what it is. And you can't do much about it. Okay. At this stage, आपके हाथ में क्या है? What do you have in your hand are these things. Yeah. You have your CAT score, your sectional cutoff. Yes. 10th done and dusted, you can't do much about this. Your 12th done and dusted, you can't do much about this. ये यूजी स्कोर पे भी अगर आप वर्क करते हो, इवन इफ यू वर्क रियली हार्ड विथ योर यूजी स्कोर ऑल्सो, even then it's not going to make a very big difference, right? So if you're anywhere in the average range, you should be good to go there. But again, yeah, it's a small part, a small drop in an ocean. Yeah. So even if you go crazy on the preparation now in your final year, last semester, I don't think your entire CGPA, your cumulative GPA is not going to make a huge difference there. Yeah. WorkX, अगर अब तक आपके पास WorkX नहीं है तो you can't do anything now, है ना? At this stage आप कुछ कर नहीं सकते, क्योंकि वन WorkX जो है जुलाई 31st तक का ही काउंट होता है. यस, जुलाई 31st तक का ही काउंट होता है. And WorkX, any kind of experience less than 12 months is kind of useless because you don't get any points for that. Okay. ठीक है, तो 12 महीने से कम सर आज अगर मैं जॉब ले लूं, अभी के अभी 9/25 हो रहा, 9/26 पे अगर मैं जॉब ले लूं तो विल दैट हेल्प मी? नॉट रियली, नो. या एनीथिंग लेस देन 12 मंथ्स इज considered as a nothing. Yeah, so that's that. Apart from that, WorkX bhi has to be stuff that's legit. So even if you've been working with your family, right, आपके family business में आप help कर रहे हैं, या आप you're taking up a very serious job role there also, there has to be proper documentation for it. Yes, proper documentation अगर है तो then it will be accounted for, otherwise नहीं. क्योंकि in a country like ours it's very easy to lie, है ना? और these things are not even considered as a offensive lie, right? ये मतलब acceptable lie है कि हाँ यार थोड़ा तो चलता है, थोड़ा तो झूठ बोलना बनता है ना? So at that stage, they really want you to have proper documentation. If you don't have documentation, आपका WorkX भी ना के बराबर है. Yeah, so you having it or not having it, worthless. And it has to be after your graduation. आपके graduation के बाद. So basically what they're expecting is कि आप अगर आज ग्रेजुएट होते हैं 2025 में, अगर आप ग्रेजुएट होते हैं, then it makes sense if you give 2026 वाला कैट, या उसके बाद वाला 26 to 28 के बीच वाला कैट अगर आप देते हो, तो फिर आपके वो WorkX के पॉइंट काउंट होते हैं if you graduate in 2025, that is. Yeah, so that does not mean कि सर फ्रेशर्स को लेंगे ही नहीं क्या? नॉट रियली, नो, ऐसा नहीं है. yes, they want a diversity. See, they don't want all experienced people sitting together, because the problem with experienced people is they think they know everything. They think they know literally everything that there is to be taught. So for them then it becomes a little too redundant. That's how you will not have a variety in opinion, a variety in the kind of projects and papers you will be submitting. So that's that. So what they want is a good mix of both, है ना? So you don't have to worry if you're someone who does not have WorkX right now at this stage. Don't have to worry about it. What you need to worry about is these two things. These are the only things you have in your hand right now. ठीक है? You can't do much about the gender diversity also. You can't do much about the academic diversity also. Academic diversity के कोई direct points नहीं है. मतलब if you are a non-engineer, then there's no direct points added to your application rating. But for non-engineers, the cutoff is reduced a little, है ना? तो जो minimum cutoff रहता है, तो वो थोड़ा सा reduce हो जाता है. That's it. Yeah. I'll take a couple of questions. Let's see. EWS category, male, non-engineer colleges at 97th percentile. Yeah, see, EWS, you have quite a few options, buddy. Ashish, काफी options है at that percentile. Yes, Sia, what was your question? क्या क्वेश्चन था आपका? ओके, योर प्रोफाइल 8.5 7.59. Yeah, acads are decent. Acads are decent, beta. Don't have to worry about that. In fact, you can't do much about it right now. But then, uh, you should start focusing on or targeting B schools that don't pay too much attention to acads. Otherwise, 8.5 7.59 are not bad. Yeah. So I'll take a couple questions here also. Your UG will complete in 2026. अर्पित, जून के पहले अगर आपका फाइनल एग्जाम खत्म हो जाता है, जून 26 के पहले अगर आपका फाइनल एग्जाम खत्म हो जाता है, रिजल्ट्स आ जाते हैं, दैट इज इनफैक्ट कीप इट एज मे 26 के पहले अगर आपके हो जाते हैं, देन यू आर एलिजिबल, अदरवाइज इट विल बी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. या Okay, guys. So, what we are going to do now that instead of you sending your, profile to me like this, and as a profile भेजने से, I don't think it's going to be helpful for you also. Yeah. So what we are going to do instead is we are going to send you a Google form link. है ना? एक गूगल फॉर्म का लिंक भेजेंगे हम लोग आपको. Yes, you will receive it on your registered email addresses. ठीक है? What I want you to do is fill that Google form जहां पे आपका पूरा प्रोफाइल will be asked for. Yeah, your acads, which stream are you doing it from? या क्या specialization है? Your gender, your legit work-X, ठीक है? work-X, which should be legit. None of the freelancing thing, freelance, side hustles, internships, projects के लिए या training के लिए जो आप जाते हो, yes, IT industrial training के लिए जो जाते हो, ये सारी चीजें या field training है, ये आपके articleships, ये सब काउंट नहीं होंगे. ओके, नन ऑफ दीज विल बी काउंटेड. यस, लेजिट वर्क-X होना चाहिए. सो इफ इट इज समथिंग दैट यू ओन एंड यू रन, आपका खुद का है और आप खुद चला रहे हो, बट देन अगेन दैट विल ओनली मैटर इफ इट इज पोस्ट योर ग्रेजुएशन, आफ्टर योर ग्रेजुएशन. ठीक है? तो आपके ग्रेजुएशन के बाद अपना वर्क-X लेजिट वाला, सही वाला बताना. Yes, and yeah, this जब भेजोगे तब we will be sending you the probable calls at different percentiles. ठीक है? probable calls at different percentiles फिर हम लोग शेयर करेंगे आपको. यहाँ पे जब आप बताते हो, right, when you say this that, यहाँ पे बोलने से अच्छा है that we send it to you in a documented form ताकि आप भी अपना focus properly उस पे रखें, है ना? Yes, but at this stage, trust me when I say this, guys, at this stage, even at your best acads, आपका acads अगर amazing भी हो, next level भी हो, तब भी, right, 90+ in your 10th 12th and UG, तभी it won't matter unless and until you have a good CAT score in each of the sections. Yes, अगर आपका सेक्शनल कट ऑफ आप नहीं क्रैक कर पा रहे हो, या when I and again when I say sectional cut off काफी लोअर एंड पे दिखता है दिखने में, yes, but हाँ एक्चुअल जो होता है दैट्स अ होल डिफरेंट स्टोरी अगेन. ठीक है, क्लियर है? So start working on your CAT. I think you should not waste any further time thinking about overthinking about getting anxious about your 10th 12th UG, because what's happened is happened, you can't do much about it. ठीक है, so start focusing on your CAT. Make sure आप तीनों सेक्शन में verbal, QA, DILR तीनों सेक्शन में you have to have met the basic cutoff. ठीक है, in fact if you want I'll show you a couple of data points. मैं आपको बता देता हूँ so that you know for which B school what matters the most. Yeah, so are you able to see this? Yeah, so for IIM A I'll just show you for A B C, है ना? Yeah, A B C guys, आप ना, I understand guys, you're sending in all your profile here, but ऐसे मुंह से बोलने में कुछ नहीं जाता, मेरा भी कुछ नहीं जाता है, आपका भी कुछ नहीं जाता है. Yeah, please I would strongly recommend that you fill up the Google form. थोड़ा सा patience रखो. Yeah, so for IIM A आपका जो कैट का स्कोर है, सो अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर टोटल 100 का जो उनका वेटेज है फॉर योर AR, उसमें से कैट के लिए 65 है, 10th का 10 पॉइंट्स है, 12th का 10 पॉइंट्स है, यूजी का 10 पॉइंट्स है, वर्कएक्स का 5 पॉइंट्स है, जेंडर डाइवर्सिटी का 2 पॉइंट है, और अलग अलग एकेडमिक डाइवर्सिटी, अलग अलग एकेडमिक बैकग्राउंड के लिए अलग अलग कट ऑफ जो है वो वेरीड है. Right, there's no points given for you belonging to a non-engineer group, but the advantage is in form of the reduced cutoff. ठीक है, so this is the total for IIM Ahmedabad out of 100. समझ रहे हो? तो पूरा 100 में से आपके हाथ में अभी आपको लगता है कि यू हैव दीज 10 पॉइंट्स, या ये 10 पॉइंट्स हैं, बट आखिरी सेमेस्टर में आप अगर एक 9 पॉइंट सीजीपीए भी लेके आ जाते हो, आपका जीपीए भी लेके आ जाते हो, 9 पॉइंटर जीपीए भी अगर आप लेके आ जाते हो, तो आपको वो पूरा 6 सेमेस्टर्स या 8 सेमेस्टर्स में वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होके योर क्यूमुलेटिव जीपीए विल नॉट हैव मच डिफरेंस. यस, तो आपको जो लग रहा है कि आप यहाँ पर चेंजेस ला सकते हैं, यू कांट. एट द लास्ट मोमेंट वर्कएक्स में भी कोई चेंजेस नहीं ला सकते हो आप. यस, यू कांट डू मच अबाउट इट. लेस देन 12 मंथ्स इज कंसिडर्ड एज 0 पॉइंट्स. यस, तो वर्कएक्स में अगर 12 महीने से कम आपका लेजिट वर्क एक्सपीरियंस है, बट वो 12 महीने से कम है, तो दैट विल बी काउंटेड एज 0 पॉइंट्स. 12 महीने पे 1 पॉइंट, देन 2, देन 3, देन 4, सो ऑन. You at that stage, जो आइडियल पोजीशन है आपका. Guys, are you able to hear me in the chat? Okay, 1 second. Huh? Okay. Yeah, 10 points out of 100, बेटा अर्पित. 100 में से 10 points are for your UG. Yeah, तो अगर आपको लग रहा है, इफ यू थिंक दैट यू नो वर्किंग ऑन द लास्ट सेमेस्टर इज गोइंग टू मेक दैट डिफरेंस, नहीं, कर भी लेगा, अगर कर भी देगा तो मे बी आपको जो 7 मिल रहा है उसके बदले आपको 8 मिलेगा. 1 mark for that 100 is not a big thing. What's a big thing here is these 65 marks. Yes, ये जो 65 points है, this is where you can make a huge difference and majority of it is taken by the CAT का score. Getting this? Yeah. जिसमें आपका ओवरऑल तो मैटर करेगा ही एंड ईच ऑफ द सेक्शंस भी मैटर करेंगे. आई होप यू गेटिंग दिस. ठीक है, तो जो आपका परसेंटाइल है दैट गेट्स कन्वर्टेड एज अ फ्रैक्शन ऑफ द 65 दैट यू हैव. होप यू आर एबल टू गेट दिस. समझ गए? So with IIMA, the only thing you can focus on is CAT at this stage. इस stage पे आपका यही है. If your 10th, your 12th, your UG has not been great, आपका WorkX भी नहीं है, and if you are a if you are a male, तब तो फिर it's a quite difficult thing. ठीक है? Let's talk about IIMB also, क्योंकि ABC की बात कर रहे हैं तो B का भी बात कर लेते हैं. Out of the total 100, out of this total 100, 55 points goes to your CAT. Yes, IIMA में 65 था, IIMB में 55 है. समझ रहे हो? परसेंटेजेस ऑफ एकेडमिक मैटर करता है ना अर्पित? या परसेंटेज ही तो, ये जो 10 पॉइंट्स है, जैसे 12th का ये जो 10 पॉइंट्स है, दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन योर जीपीए. यस, आपका जो जीपीए या आपका जो परसेंटेज आया उस पे डिपेंड करता है. I hope you're getting it. So anyone with 95th, I'm assuming, right? 95th percentage, 95th क्या 95 percentage and above है अगर आपका, तो फिर you get the full 10 points. Yes, 90 plus है तो you get 9 points. ऐसा कुछ है इसका calculation. And again, that thing varies from B school to B school. Same thing with 12th, same thing with your UG also. The only different thing here is what? कि यहाँ पे एक जेंडर डाइवर्सिटी का IIMB में 5 पॉइंट्स है एंड वर्कएक्स के लिए 10 पॉइंट्स है. तो that's a different thing compared to A and B. A और B के कंपैरिजन में that's a different thing here. 10 points for workx, 5 points for gender diversity. ठीक है? Ankur, you could have worked anywhere better. The industry does not matter, right? WorkX में industry does not matter. What matters the most is, have you done it after your graduation? अपना कॉलेज खत्म, यूजी खत्म होने के बाद आपने करा है? That's number one. Number two, do you have documentation for it? आपका joining letter, आपका experience letter and आपके pay slips वगैरह and money you know deposited in your salary account, ये चीजें matter करता है. ठीक है? Getting this? Yeah, okay. So that's for IIMB, and for IIMC the calculation is this. IIMC until last year was not taking into consideration of your UG scores. So UG तो वैसे भी out of question है. Your CAT has 56 point weightage, your 10th has 10 point weightage, your 12th has 15 point weightage. They don't have any specific weightage for UG or for WorkX. Separately कुछ भी नहीं है. It adds up to your profile score later. बाद में profile में add होता है. Gender, you get 4 points, right? So out of their total 85, you get calls based on your which category you belong to. Yes, उस basis पे फिर आपको calls आते हैं. Interning any which ways won't add any value to your actual application, है ना? आपका actual application में ये कोई value add करेगा नहीं. Interning could only add up value जब आप PI तक पहुंचते हो and then a question is asked about it. ठीक है? Clear? Cool है? So that's that. Academic class 10th का which I don't think there's any IIM buddy. Yeah. So this is for A, B, and C we have discussed. So at this stage, I think you understood the point that I'm trying to make. Your ACADS, your everything else is done and dusted. So whether you're looking for a call from ABC or Blackie or Cap or Baby or New, most of it is going to revolve around how much you scored in your CAT. Cool? Eh? Yeah. Done. I also have the data for other P schools if you want. Okay, let me show you the entire table. पूरा table दिखा देता हूँ एक बार so that you have some. So this is the list of the minimum cutoffs. Yeah, ये है list minimum cutoffs का. IIM A, B, C, L, I and K. Right? Blackie का मैंने यहाँ पर लिखा है VARC, DILR, QA. So yeah, IIMA expects that you have minimum 70%, 70th percentile in each of the sections, but that's kind of a myth. मतलब अगर आप सब में 70 लाते हो, that does not ensure a call. Yeah, तो 70, 70, 70 मतलब on 100 your average is 70. So that 100 gets converted to 65. तो आपका 70 जो है आउट ऑफ 65 क्या वेटेज आता है लाइक दैट. या सो टेक्निकली अगर आप 70th परसेंटाइल लाते हो तीनों में, सो 70 इंटू 0.65 दैट्स ओनली 45 पॉइंट्स. समझ रहे हो? 45 पॉइंट्स ही है. तो अगर आप 70 70 70 लाते हो तो आउट ऑफ वॉट एवर योर 65 पॉइंट्स आपका 45 पॉइंट्स ही होता है. सो ऑन सो फोर्थ. राइट? सो दिस इज द मिनिमम कट ऑफ. मतलब ये तो कम से कम करना ही करना है. तो even if you have, this is for general beta, this is for general. I have not gone category wise. So that's what I'm saying. If you want me to calculate it based on your category, based on your academic background, based on your gender, based on योर वर्क एक्स, ये सब, तो फिर विल शेयर अ गूगल फॉर्म विथ यू. वो फॉर्म फिल करके भेज देना. वहां पे यू नो विल बी एबल टू डू दैट. ठीक है? या 30 questions is about 90 marks, give or take 96th percentile and above for sure overall. Yeah, well, I'm playing a little safe here. आयुष विल शेयर द लिंक विथ यू बेटा. हम लोग लिंक शेयर करेंगे, डोंट वरी अबाउट इट. ठीक है? तो ये है सेक्शनल कट ऑफ्स एंड हियर इज द प्री पीआई वेटेज. पीआई के पहले का वेटेज ये रहा. दिस इज व्हाट वी वर डिस्कसिंग अबाउट. या IIM लखनऊ डज नॉट सी योर 10th स्कोर. कोई पूछ रहा था ना 10th का स्कोर कौन नहीं देखता है? दैट्स लखनऊ. या IIM लखनऊ डज नॉट सी योर 10th स्कोर. Calcutta and Indore and Kozhikode don't see your UG score. Yes, does not get calculated. Calcutta does not directly calculate your workx into the application rating. Pre PI में नहीं, post PI में calculate करते हैं वो. Right? Your workx gets calculated post your PI. PI के बाद में जो final profile rating निकालते हैं, that. Yeah. Same thing with Indore as well. So yeah, ठीक है. So like I was saying, मैं वही बता रहा था कि if you guys are up for it, then what we'll do is we'll share the Google form with you folks. Yes, वहाँ पे आप in detail बताना what are your 10th, your 12th, your UG, what background you're from, and कितना experience है. With that, I think we'll wrap the session. So my UG session is going a little bit late. I think I've answered this now, beta. Yeah. If you have a provisional certificate, that basically means you will be given a degree completion certificate. Yeah, so that's the same. ठीक है. But weightage is just have to make sure that your final semesters are over. Final जो आपकी mark list है, that matters a lot. आपकी जो final mark list है पूरा all the semesters का जो overall final mark list आती है वो matter करता है. ठीक है. So the Achieve IIM batch, guys, the name itself is Achieve IIM. The idea is to help you achieve the IIMs that you desire. Yeah, तो ये batch जो है 2nd of July से चालू हुआ है, but we have not yet full-fledgedly started the classes. So if you still want, I think the DILR classes will be starting in the coming week, 17th or 18th of July. Quant will start off again in the mid-July only. Same with the verbal as well. Yeah. So you can still have an aim of joining this batch. This is going to be our last comprehensive batch. Yes. इसके बाद हम फिर ऐसे full length batch नहीं करेंगे. We will be doing only crash course. So this includes not only your live and recorded classes. You will also have practice, both guided and self, है ना. guided practice मेरे साथ teachers के साथ करोगे and self practice भी रहेगा. There will be mocks chapter wise. You will have all three, chapter wise and section wise and full length. Yeah. इसके अलावा there will be guidance on a weekly basis. We will be doing a Google Meet जहाँ पे will be talking face to face, understanding your strategy, your queries, everything will be answered there directly. ठीक है. तो इसके लिए you have two ways of joining. You have the pro subscription or the plus subscription. I would recommend you go for the pro subscription. Yeah, the price for the pro subscription at this stage is 14,999. beta, somebody had asked me for the price. The pro subscription abhi sale chal raha hai, so it's at 14,999, and the plus subscription is at 9,999. ठीक है. Isharpreet. And this here is the difference between, sir, ये 14,999, 9,999 का क्या story है? What's the difference between them? Here it is. Yeah, detail में दिया हुआ है. इसके बावजूद अगर आपको कोई भी डाउट है, you can reach out to us, या फिर आप इस नंबर पे कॉल कर सकते हो and our counselors will help you. Just don't forget to use the code for MBA while taking the subscription. Works? Cool है. श्वेता, मैंने आपको बता दिया बेटा वेटेज क्या है वर्क एक्स का. शोन इट टू यू. यस. अभी आई वुड रिकमेंड के ये सब चीजें सोच के कोई पॉइंट नहीं है. आई होप यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग दिस, है ना. ये सब सोच के कोई पॉइंट नहीं है. सो माय स्ट्रॉन्ग रिकमेंडेशन वुड बी दैट यू स्टार्ट फोकसिंग ऑन योर कैट. गो ऑल इन ऑन योर कैट प्रेप and don't worry about whether you have WorkX or not, or your ACADS are good or not, because there are P schools waiting for you. If not ABC, you have newer IIMs, baby IIMs also there waiting for you. And again, ये जो डेटा है, this is based on last year's data. Okay, इस साल का अभी तो कोई डेटा आया नहीं है. So all of this data that I showed you was all last year का data. Yes, जो मैंने आपको कट ऑफ वगैरह बताया है, ये सब this is all last year का data. This year they might make some changes, they might bring in some differences. Yeah, जैसे 2021 में IMC stopped looking at the UG scores. उसके पहले IMC UG scores को count include करता था, right? So post COVID they stopped looking at the UG score. So we might come across some of the other changes happening, so don't worry about all of this. ठीक है. I hope that helps you. Cool, guys. ACADS, WorkX, same thing. Yeah. Cool. चलो ठीक है. So I will see you guys soon. Yeah. Chalo, done guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this. We'll be sharing the Google link with you real soon. Don't forget to fill it. In fact, I'll make a video on this also and then fill it. Okay? Chalo. Bye, 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 folks. Cheers. All the very best. Thank you.